Thank you for letting me know that my mic was off. I usually shut it off when I'm setting up, and sometimes I forget to turn it back on. So, thanks for that. Yeah, that was just a little bit of mutage there. Appreciate you letting me know. So let's go in the brake controller here, and I want to fix that a little bit. So what I'm doing here is, like I said, I increased the, or I said it, but you guys didn't hear it because my mic was muted out. So here's channel 2 for WS, and so I'm putting it into an up-down counter for brakes now. So if I put on some brakes, it's going to increase the brake, and then if I let go, it's going to let go of the brakes. And so I'm doing that because I increased the sensitivity on WS. So one thing I want to try here is a blinker at a very low rate and see if I can't get almost like a little bit of pump on the brakes. And so I'm testing out brakes. I want to get the brakes where they're actually useful, where I can just tap some brake and actually have it settle the car like it would IRL instead of unsettle the car like it does presently, or stop it hard. So just tuning all these things in. So can you guys hear me all right now? How's it going there, Dano? Or Diablo, I'm sorry. Looked really quick. So the 139 is, yeah, I sometimes do that. I wish it would warn you if you do that, like the, sometimes I shut my mic off at the mic and then I do it there. I usually don't do it in OBS, then I forget if I do it there. But that 139 time's pretty good. Oh, don't cross. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna back up and reset it anyway. So I did a little bit of tuning. I got the car where, you know, it's not doing the restart, where it's clutching properly. So there's best time 139. I'm gonna reset it. So 139 is not bad. Happy with that. You know, I don't want suspension on most of my cars. It would theoretically help a little bit here, but it can be very iffy in game suspension. So you have to tune that in just right, and you get a bad bounce, you might never be able to get settled again. Alright, so brake, 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 brake. There we go. So the brakes are working much better. I like that pulse. It lets me tap out my brakes. There we go. That was a good little drifty turn there. Now I need to hold this wide and cut in hard and aim for the candy cane. There we go. Go candy cane to candy cane. There we go. Downshift there. I'm just letting this, ooh, there we go. Letting the steering stability system try to take over, but I got way unsettled on that one, so let's go again. I wish this would spawn me like right towards the front, but we'll just race it through and try not to hit stuff. I don't know how long we'll do this for, but just want to get this car kind of going. I'm just going to do a flying lap here and get going. I'm starting to kind of figure little areas that I need to work on. Like we're doing like 140 miles an hour right now. You know, we're down probably 120. Brake, 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 brakes are much more responsive there. I can actually use them. Like I can turn in and use the brakes. Before they were just coming hard on. Once the tires get greasy, probably kind of like real life, you can't really hold it on a sliding tire. Like, yeah. I gotta stop trying to hold it on a sliding tire and just slow down. Go into the inside candy cane. Like this is where I screwed myself, as I was like oscillating myself too much. Alright, here I definitely need to drop a gear, turn in, brakes, 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 drop a gear. Alright. So definitely have to go in slower on that turn. That turn's a little bit hairy for a speed. So drop a gear, go. Yep, that one's screwed up. Ugh. I gotta take this a little bit more careful. Challenging course. Tough. Yeah, it's just like Laguna Seca. Laguna Seca is like notoriously tough. Because right when you like want to grab a little bit extra speed, you're like doing stops and you're doing this. I forget what they call this turn at Laguna. It's like, I remember doing it in Need for Speed and it was absolute terror. You just start getting like up to a really good head of speed and you don't want to slow down, and then you need to like hammer on the brakes. How's it going there, Quantum? I saw you in the chat. I didn't see your message yet. Check in a second. This is about 1:30. I didn't check the time, but this jump here is a little bit dangerous for me. I get a little unsettled like that, and I can't take that one all that fast. So that's something suspension probably would help, but I don't want suspension in the car. So just gonna take it slow here and learn the turns. So definitely can't come hammering over the hill there on a hot lap. I have to take it a little bit slower. See, I can get the car settled a little bit, helps. That one, I can't cheat that turn, or else you just slide for days. So this one, I can kind of cheat a little bit, like come in hot like this and catch up. But that turn, previous turn, I can't cheat it. I have to like really slow down for it. Brakes, brake. Oop, yep, I can't over brake either. That was just a gratuitous slide there. Candy cane here. Try to hold it flat out for a little bit. Candy cane, cut in for this one. I don't want to cut the candy cane too much. And then here you really have to slow down for the front stretch. I need to get up to top speed, and then I need to like start slowing way down. Like right here, I'm already on the not on the brakes, but I'm just lifting because that's like still going like 120 over the top, but that one is like, it gets me a little bit of air. The car just can't take the air there. It lands and then it like does a little bit of a crooked drop, so I have to be careful of that. Cut in here a little bit, drop a little speed. There we go, that's a better turn there. In for the candy cane. The car stabilizes itself a little bit. There we go. I gotta stop cheating this one, so I need to drop a gear, turn in. There we go, better on that one. This one's tough because it's blind as you come up over the hill there, so you gotta kind of imagine what it's gonna look like. Alright, drop a gear, brake, 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 brake. Drop another gear, turn in. There we go. Finally got that turn. That was like the bane of my existence last night, but I'm starting to like get that turn figured out. This one isn't too bad, but I have to get like right back on the right turn here, or else I'll go wide. All right, brake, 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 tap, tap, tap. 3 gears down into first. There we go. I'm afraid this is like the part of the track that scares me the most is right here. Actually, that's 138 is my best time, so lay off right there. That hill is what will launch me. Brakes, brakes, drop, drop, drop. There we go. There we go. See, like there, it's like it starts to get loose again. So I'll check chat in a second. There we go. Give myself a little bit of a slide in the turn there. Nice. And go candy cane. Trying to go too fast sometimes it's going to spin you out and make you go slower in the long run. So drop a gear here, drop another gear in the turn to help me slow down. There we go. This one I can make up a bunch of speed here if I do it right, but I have to, like, it's blind, like I was saying, like lift just a little bit there. Yeah, just a little lift is all I need. And then see, it gets bouncy, and then, oh no, that's the problem, is it gets bouncy. Let me read some chat here while we're at it. Hello, everybody. Hello. Good to see everybody. Building a diesel-electric locomotive. How's it going, Quantum? Tenerife disaster? Yeah. Tenerife was one of the ones we did in accident. When one of our courses was on accident investigation, so we'd go through all the accidents, why they happened, all that stuff. Was kind of neat. Yeah, that's the problem. You know, Quam's talking about, like, they're essentially on-offs. That's why I kind of like my brake controller right now is. It's actually, the brakes are really good right now. They're actually feeling pretty good. If it's less than 0 on the, you know, so it's essentially if I'm pressing on S, it's doing a blinker at like a 1 tick rate, so it's reducing my value, and it's kind of giving me almost a almost like an ABS, and that's increasing the value. And then as soon as I get off the brakes, it zeroes out the brakes, so that I have to reapply. So it's like I can tap the brakes. So I'm just like tap tap. That's feeling good as far as brakes go, but it's like the you know, it's like just trying to steer is tough. Let me try something here. So I have my p-value up to 0.3. Let's knock that back down to 0.25 and see if this will, because I'm oversteering a little bit, and the car's not all that heavy, which has its benefits, but it also has drawbacks. The car will almost like torque and lift the wheel up on some of these turns because it's very uneven, the surface at certain places, like the real track is. So, you know, like the speed also looks deceptively slow. Like we're already going, you know, 120 up over this hill. You know, we're up to 145 there, and so I need to like, oopsie, and like that. That was, you know, that was the, you know, downshifting too hard, and it engine braked me, and the ass wanted to come around. So. I could put a blip on the clutch to try to settle that a little bit, but you know, like I could blip the clutch. We could try a blip on the clutch, see if that will just slip rushing here. I gotta slow down and try to get my lines right. The thing is, I'm not racing it either. Big man is, so it's kind of like, you know, you got the same driver on all of it. So, but I want to get the car kind of, see, like there, just whoa. There's a little bit of uneven section on the track there. Like you can see it, right there. That little bump. You don't see it as you're coming up, and then as you're over it, it unsettles the car. So it's tough because you don't have very good depth perception in the game to like see that little bit of track wobble. And like here, you kind of keep wide line, tap a brake, and in. There we go. So I might try a blip of clutch on the downshift. You know, it'd be upshift, downshift, but the benefit of that would be that it would, you know, you would have a little bit of freewheeling just as you shift, and that little bit of freewheeling would prevent it from engine braking too hard. Like we'll watch speed coming up over here. Oh, I'll just lift a little bit there, like, oh, you know, yeah, see, it's like that little hill there screws me. Let's try a blip on the clutch. I'll read some chat. I'm not going to do this forever, but we'll go ahead and do something else in a little bit. Yeah, it's definitely, you know, it's having those, like, on-offs, essentially, from the keyboard's tough. You know, you can kind of, you can correct the slide a lot better with, like, a steering wheel. Stuff like that's tough. The brakes are fine. I'm trying to decide what I want to do with the steering controller. Let's go up. Let's actually go to a 3.5. And let's decrease the steering sensitivity. We'll go down just 1. All right, and then I want to blip the clutch a little bit. Where are we at here? Clutch, and then let's see. I'm not gonna be able to do it where I'm at here, so yeah, I can't blip it from here unless I have the seat. Where's the seat? From transmission. I can read it here, so that's fine. What do you, channel 25? I need to check this, see what I can grab off that, because I can grab something off the transmission, and essentially it will give it a little bit of, it will zero the clutch and then make it reapply the clutch and let me freewheel a little bit. So I'm going to check on that. And I can fit right in here, so. I'm trying to see what this is. 25. Okay, update that. Let's check the transmission and see what 25 is. I want to piggyback something in there. All right, 25. Okay, 25 is neutral. All right, so neutral. And then we could just run an ore there. Okay, so let's go add 26 there, and then I want to go X or Y. All right, let's try that. Try to run a blip off that and see if that will zero. It will just zero my clutch really quick, and it will reapply it. You know, because you'd want to rev match IRL, and if I screw up a shift, this will hopefully give me a little bit of freewheeling, because it's like if I'm coming up and I'm downshifting hard to try to slow down, especially if I get a little bit of air, I come down and the wheels are moving slower than the vehicle's moving. And it is like hard braking me, and so this will fix that hopefully. So yeah, we'll stick that there for now. All right, let's check some chat while I'm here. Mineral train car that drops. What I did was my car. It has a duct underneath it. And it can turn either way, so that that's easy to drop in. I wish the devs would just fix the fix Industrial Frontier. There's plenty of logistics things they could do. So let's do a shift here, make sure this blipper's working. So on a shift. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be too much. So let's not have it go to a 0. That's too much. So. That's, what the hell, I'm in the wrong box. That's going to be too much to zero it, so let's go to, instead, where are we at here? I just want to do a tiny tap down instead of a 0, so where's my down here? I'll change this into a bool here. So that was definitely too much. There. Okay, did you not connect? I just dragged you over there. Alright, and then we'll go 26 to here. And then this will go there. That's fine. Yeah, it's turning out a little bit of a mess, but I'll fix it later. So now this will just tap us down a hair. What is this from? No, leave that there for now. Just trying to get an effective little, it's going to let our wheels spin a little bit on a gear shift, and it won't, if I'm a little bit off on my shift, it won't spin the wheels up. That's it, doing the blip too much there. Yeah, doesn't like the blip. Some cars, some vehicles I can get away with the blip. This one's just not liking it at all. Yeah, this one doesn't like the blip on it. Because I'm shifting at peak torque, so it's already rev matched, so it doesn't really probably need it. It's just upsetting it more than anything else. So. That note's going to work. All right, that's fine. Oh, no, I forgot to disconnect it from here, so that's what it's doing there. All right, that would probably be what it was. I forgot to disconnect it from the 0. If it was a lower revving engine, it would probably be fine. Like put it on my trucks or something, it works fine. But such a high revving engine, it doesn't like it. A little bit of a stutter there, but that gear always stutters. Yeah, see a little blip there. It's a little bit smoother of a transition. I think that's going to help. Oh, see, like that is a hill that you don't even see. I want to walk that hill. This is nuts, dude. Look, right here is like the bane of my existence. You come up over this hill and it looks completely flat, but it's like the left. Look at that. See right there? See how it like obscures? This is where I need to stay away from here because this is a high spot here, and if you come the inside line, like look right there, you can see it. It's like a bit of hill right here. And this bit of hill is just like you come flying up over the hill and you're in a turn and you go airborne. You know, you need to stay on this outside line, I think, smoother. So I'll do like one more lap and then we'll go work on some builds here. But I think I'm making good progress on this. I have some days till the challenge, but you know, again, I'm not driving it, so it's like I kind of have to make it a little bit where, you know, other people can drive it. It's not bad, but it's just, you know, not exactly where I'd like to be. I don't want to put in some like cheaty stuff like yaw in there, like yaw fin and stuff like that. To make it like unreasonably steerable. Alright, I'm just gonna call it quits on this for now, and let's go work on some builds. But I think it's getting there. 138's not a bad time. I'm happy with it. You know, I'm not gonna bang my head against the wall to try to get it perfect, but worked pretty well. So let's load up a different save. I'll check it on the chat. I'll show you that mineral train, Citrus. Yeah, 3-cylinder supercharged. Yeah, that brake is working pretty well for me now. I struggle a little bit getting that brake tuned in, but that seems to be working really well there, Phil. It's, you know, it's kind of, you know, because if you kind of panic brake, which is something I was doing every once in a while, like I would hold down S too much into a turn, that prevents it. With the blinker, it will prevent it from hard just, you know, increasing it, and it will give it like a little, you know, progressive brake, and then as soon as you let go of it, it's gone. And so when you're ready to go again, you don't have to wait for it to recycle and slowly take the brake off. And so that I found that was working really good for me. The blipper is working fine now, that clutch blipper. A couple situations, like if I downshift hard, it's locking up the wheels, which it would in real life. Like I've shown you guys before in motorcycles, like my bike doesn't have it, but they have slipper clutches. And so like a slipper clutch, let me bring up a slipper clutch here. For those who may not know what a slipper clutch is. So here's a slipper clutch. And so the thing with a slipper clutch is, I'm trying to see, oh, here we go. This is probably, you have a GIF. Let me see if there's a slipper clutch GIF. Because that will kind of show what it's doing. You actually a GIF? It says it's a GIF, but it's not. So I'm trying to find the, it's always a nightmare trying to find the image that's actually a reasonable size. You can actually see it. And I can't run a video or else I'll try to boot this live stream off. But essentially what it's doing is... I need a picture. Here we go. Open this one. Yeah. So essentially what this is doing is as you... Like, say you downshift too early, what's going to happen is the back wheel is going to lock up in case of a motorcycle. And so, of course, you don't want that, especially in a turn. So if you which you shouldn't be downshifting a turn anyway. But if you downshift in a turn in a motorcycle and you're downshifting too early, what will happen is the back wheel will lock up. And so what this does is when that happens, it will spin this, and there are ramps in there, and it will physically disconnect the back wheel from the chain, drive shaft, whatever it's running. And as soon as it gets back within speed, it will slip back together. And so that will prevent it from locking up. And that's why I put the blipper in there. So my blipper is doing the same thing, essentially. So if I downshift or upshift even, it's going to quickly just tap the down on the clutch. and that's going to just relieve a little bit of clutch pressure, so it gives me a little bit of variation, or it gives me a little bit of leeway that if I downshift too early or too much, it's not going to lock the wheels up as bad, because the car still wants to go at, say, 143 miles an hour, and now the wheels are like, okay, dude, we're good for 120. And so, of course, the wheels want to move slower than the car, they're going to slide. And so by doing this type of system, it will, it will let the wheels freewheel, which what it's going to do is it's going to average between the car and the wheels, because they're not, let the wheels turn a little bit more and they won't slide. So kind of like a little slipper clutch on there. I was checking, finish up chat here. I was out of chat for a while. Yeah, I'd try that blinker fill. That was working well for me. It started feeling nice. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I saw some of the pictures of the low loader going through. Let's see what we got on the docket here for stuff. So, I showed you guys the mini truck. I finished that up. It's close. It's close to being out. Hopefully. Albatross working pretty well. I put the de-icing panel in the Albatross, APU, physics sensor rig. Let me see what else I got here. Trying to see what else. Who was it asking? So there's a bunch of people asking for a... Let me check. I'm trying to see. They were asking for... Was it Muffin? No, I think Muffin was answering a question. I'm just checking chat, back to Discord. Somebody was asking about constant speed propeller. So I want to kind of check that. I think it was under build help. I'm just checking this, trying to see where it was. Anyways, constant speed propeller, that's like what most of my planes have. And so you're setting the RPS of the engine by the propeller. This is how they do it in real life. What you do is you have your prop levers, and so your prop levers and the little set screw in the prop hub. And you're setting the set screw where it is with the associated RPM you want the engine to do. And so the prop can control the engine, because when the prop is thin, it's putting very little resistance on the engine. When the prop has a full blade, for example, that's a lot of resistance. Try to move a lot of air. The air is, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So the air wants to stay where it is, and you're trying to move it. So it's putting a resistive force on the propeller, which is slowing down the engine. And so what you do in a constant speed propeller system is you essentially set your power. Where do I want my power? So let's say I want 90, 100% power. And then you start moving your propeller to control your RPM. Now you go through stages when you learn to fly. The first thing you fly when you're doing your private pilot would be a fixed pitch propeller. So you have, say a Cessna 152, the pitch of the propeller is static. It doesn't change. And so you are just controlling the throttle, and you have no prop control. And then you go into complex aircraft, and most of them now, I'd say most of them probably is a safe bet, are constant speed propellers. So you set your power with your throttle, your thrust lever, or your power lever, depending on what type of airplane you're in. And then you'll control the RPS with your prop. So essentially what you do is when you take off, your prop will be full forward. So that will be at minimum pitch. And then you'll control your speed with your throttle. So as you're taxiing, you just go throttle up, throttle down. And then when you go to take off, you put your throttle up and you take off. Then when you get in the air, you'll start to reduce your manifold pressure in a recip. Your, NS? I put it in here. I've never really operated turboprop, so NG, your NG or your torque. Sometimes they're read out as torque on your turboprop, and then you will adjust your prop to be where it's supposed to be. But if you need to add power, you'll still go with the throttle or the thrust lever. And so it's a little bit complicated, but somebody was asking for that system, so I'll quickly just show you the code there, how it works. So essentially it's pretty simple. So one thing, a lot of people will try to do that is challenging, that doesn't always come out with the best results, and it'll cause you to have to do PID tuning for 100 years, is they'll try to get every little number on the PID perfectly right, and it will take them 10 hours to test. The other way you can do this is you can undervalue your p-value. so that you don't get an oscillation or a flutter, and then you can feed it a number you want. So say, for example, what I mean by that is, so I mainly do PPID, so I'm doing just the proportional gain. So for my turbines, I usually run a number of 1, and I'm asking of it, say up to 15 RPS. All right. If I wanted, say, exactly 15, and it's given me 14.6, well, guess what I put in there? 15.4. And so I don't need to worry about D&I because I'm overshooting it. I'm telling it, hey, I want 15.4 when I really want 15 because it was undershooting by 0.4. And that will bring you up there to where you want to be, and it will allow the p-value to be low enough that you don't get flutter, where it overshoots, undershoots, overshoots, undershoots. So it allows you to run some artificially low p-values by essentially saying, I want more than I really do. So that's so this essentially just runs the turbine. So that's your power. And then for your propeller up here, these numbers are a little weird, but I find they work well. So 15 should look like a familiar number. 15 is the RPS. So again, I'm setting the RPS with my propeller. And I do a quick test. What I do is I go up and I fly, and I put up some dials, and those dials read the propeller pitch. And so of course, you know, when you're doing this, you want to set your minimum propeller pitch, which right here I have as a 0.13, which is going to change to a 0.11. And I have my minimum set, and then my maximum, of course, is 1. And so all you're doing is tuning in this propeller number, and so it will go up to the maximum RPS, and then I run a negative number. And this is, again, because look how low the p-value is. The p-value is 0.08. Hey, how's it going, Connor? So because the p-value is so low, it is never going to get low enough for me. So I have to undershoot it by putting an artificially low number here. But what that does is, when you're controlling the RPS of your engine with propeller, it is very sensitive, and you'll get oscillation, you'll get flutter. And so I run a really low p-value number, but what I do is I go way negative. So I'm actually only trying to get to, you know, I'm trying to get to an RPS value of 2.5, but I'm overshooting it by, you know, what's that, 11.28, you know, 11.78 essentially. And I'm doing that so I can keep an artificially low p-value so it's smooth. And so all you do is, it's really simple. You go up and you fly, and you put in 2 dials, and you make this number huge. So you make it -60 and +60. Something huge like that. And then what you do is you read on a dial what the prop is doing. When the prop goes to a minimum pitch of 0.11, you know you're where you want to be. And so, for example, that one would have been a 15. So at 15, when it gets down to 0.11, I read the dial, it's at 15, we're good to go. Then when I start to bring my prop back, as soon as it hits a max value of 1 in the air, I read that number, and the number is -9.28, and that goes in there, and that will control it. So I'll quickly show you guys. I want to change these out to 0.11, so let me quickly do that. So 0.11. I'll eventually release these turboprops, but as you can see, it's like little stuff like this I'm constantly changing and testing. But, you know, a bunch of people were asking about how constant speed propellers work, and, you know, the benefit is you have every different orientation of propeller pitch. And so, especially for, like, there's a better pitch for climbing, there's a better pitch for certain altitudes. It makes, you know, it's more important IRL because you have things like density altitude. As you get up to a higher altitude, the air is thinner, so you can have you can take a bigger, you not only can take a bigger bite out of the air, but you have to take a bigger bite out of the air because the air is thinner. So you have to take a bigger scoop because you're moving less air. And so as you go up in altitude, you will generally need to bring your prop back, which on the chart, I think I've showed you guys the chart before, it just shows you what manifold pressure you need and what RPM you need. And so it's essentially reducing the RPM of the engine by increasing the blade pitch, because I probably started taxing too quick because that engine did. But, you know, by overloading the engine essentially, or loading up the engine. So let's go altitude of Alright, so like right now, my props are all rating 0.11, what I just entered in there. And so, you know, they're at minimum blade pitch. So I've talked before, and I showed before, why you want low pitch, high RPM on takeoff and landing is I can very quickly change my speed. I think I showed you guys a test with it where, if I'll show you the test again. That'll just be the easiest way. Okay. Let's take off here. Gens abound. Here we have a lot of generators. APU can come off. We have 4 turbines running. So the other thing was, it was taking off a little bit too quick for me, this plane. It was kind of doing the Stormworks fakery where it was like taking off in like 20 feet. So I wanted to make sure that's better. This feels more realistic to me. That's good. So 0.11, I just need to make sure I can land with that. All right, so now let's go ahead and put the autopilot on, and I'll kind of show you the... So right now we're still at that minimum blade pitch, so I've set my power. My power is set to max, okay? And I'm now leaving that at max, and I'm going to control it with the propeller. So as I bring the prop back, I'm telling the engine I want less RPM. So you see the pit is causing this engine to have less RPM. So as I bring my up-down counter down, I'm saying, hey, I want less RPM on my engines. It's going to increase the blade pitch to do that. Now, for a while there, you'll notice we speed up. The whole point of the low pitch, again, is so you can easily change the speed of your engines. So that, for example, let's say we're coming in, we need to come in at 65, we start getting slow, we start getting to 60, we're really close to a stall. Because I'm taking such a small bite out of the air, I can very quickly put in a lot of power fast. The engines can quickly spool up because there's not a lot of resistance, and I can quickly gain back that 5 knots and not stall and crash into the ground. If I had full blade pitch on landing, if I put the throttles all the way up, or the thrust levers all the way up, it would take longer for the engines to spool up because it's like them trying to do a bench press with the weight of the bar or with 400 pounds. It's going to be a lot slower to push up 400 pounds than it is if it's just the bar. So if you think of it that way, when it's low pitch, it's like you're trying to do a bench press with just the bar. And so it's really easy to push it up, and it's really easy to pull it down. Push it up, pull it down. You can move and change your speed and direction really quickly. Now put 400 pounds on there. You can push it up really slowly. You can't go any faster. And so that's kind of why you want to start with low pitch. So now we're at max speed. So I've set it to max speed. Now as I come back on the prop, I'm asking lower and lower RPM of it. You'll notice the blades are automatically pitching more and more. All they're trying to do is give me the RPM that I set by increasing the load in the engines. Alright, so now they're probably full now. And again, the way I do this is I just put a dial on there, and as soon as it hits 1, I know that, you know, and I read the number. It said negative 9.28, so that's what goes in. Because I don't want to have to overshoot it, you know, because that's just me holding the button, it's doing nothing. So there's max blade pitch. And so we're down, what would that be, 74 knots. So we lost 74 knots, but we're way, way, way down on fuel burn. So like 126 divided by 60, that's a 2.1 RPS. It was at probably 12. And so, let's see, 12. So, 12. Alright, so, yeah, so it had been 12 before, so this saves us like 70% fuel to lose like something like 30% of our speed. You know, so that's the whole thing with constant speed propellers. Like, my power setting has not changed. Now that I have my prop set, hey, how's it going, Rasmus? I'll catch up with some of you guys in chat. I'm a little bit behind. Now that my props are set to where I want them, now I control my engines again. So if I want to slow down, I don't move my prop. If I want to slow down, my prop is set where I want it. I'm in my max economy prop setting. Now I move my thrust. So let's say I want to go. Let's say ATC says slow down at 120. Okay, I pull back on my thrust, my power. I don't pull back on my. I don't pull back on my prop. So I would come back on power. And I would set my power now with my power levers. In a turboprop, they're power levers. So I'm going to set my power with my power levers. The prop is staying the same. And so that's kind of, you know, it's complicated, but again, this is why they literally call it a complex aircraft. Like, you get an endorsement for a complex aircraft when you learn how to fly this type of plane, because it's complex. But it's not too bad if you understand the concepts. Is you're setting your prop to maintain an RPS range, and the benefit of doing a system like this is, let's go back to full throttle, full power. This would be power levers. So we're back to full power, and it's hard to do in game. You can do it, but let's say, so we're at 195, 196 there. Can't really do it at full prop. Let's go like this. Let's back off. Let's add some prop back in. So let's go up a little bit on the prop. Alright, so you hear the engine spinning up, right? Because I'm pushing my prop levers forward. Alright, and so now what I would do is let's take the autopilot off, and I'm going to push my nose down. So gravity is going to increase my speed, right? Well, that's also going to take the load off the engine. See the speed going up? Now the PID is going to automatically start to increase. See the PID stopped the raise? So what the PID did was it automatically started increasing the blade pitch again to slow my engines back down. And that's one of the things that happens in real life. As you descend, right, you're not fighting gravity anymore. Gravity is trying to help pull you to the ground. And so what it's going to do is the air is going to move faster over the propellers, spinning up your engines. Well, you said, hey, I want 267 RPM. And so what's going to happen is the blades are automatically going to start to increase their pitch, and that will slow your engine back down. So it's all about setting the RPM or S of the engine that you want. So that's a complex setup. So, you know, that's literally the term, is complex aircraft. So somebody was asking about that, so I can reference this part if they need. I'm trying to see. I'd like to build something. I had a couple ideas of things I wanted to build. I'd like to build some more. Stuff to go with the Albatross. Albatross working really well. I don't know if I showed you guys this, but the let me get in. All right, let's get in, and I put this system in here. So this has a remote control. Have to make sure I'm not looking at the craft when I do this. And so this carriage goes out. It has a winch on it, so this will help me to load things in there. And then I can winch in and out with this. And so this just rides in the center there, and that will load the aircraft up. Did a bunch of work on, you can kind of see the some detailing, contouring on here. These have all rope anchors so that I can hold down my stuff. So let's kind of play with some toys here and see what I have that I want to work on. There's a bunch of stuff I want to work on. Check some chat while we're at it. Oh, I meant to show Citrus here, the, what do I call it? Mineral? No. There it is. Yeah, it's mineral side dump car. Okay. So this is the side dump car. This is what I did, Citrus, for actually being able to make Industrial Frontier kind of work. And so it has in hoppers in the top. And then underneath, right here, where are we at here? It has a turret ring. And inside the turret ring, there is a funnel. And then it dumps down above a hopper, and this is there's the turret ring. So the turret ring is holding on to this this duct section, and then there's a funnel here. And this length, if it is 21 blocks long, it will reach from that track over to the dump place at the foundry. And so you pull this car up, and then you put that out, and it will dump into the hopper. So that's kind of the way I came up with to kind of work around Industrial Frontiers nonsense. How's it going, Connor? How's it going, MCSFS Gamer? Doing pretty well today, Rasmus. How are you? Yeah, this worked pretty well. You know, again, I wish they would just fix it, man. It's so silly the way they set it up. But, you know, instead of letting it bother me, I just kind of let it go. But it's like, you know, we have to engineer solutions to it. But it's like, one of the things a lot of people like myself like to do in this game is some realistic stuff. And so it's nice when they make the stuff like it is in real life, and then let us be as goofy as we want to do. But it's like, they just make... Unfortunately, like, they made the Industrial Frontier stuff just not work really well, and, you know, I won't rehash it, but it's like, you know, it's just, it's silly. It's like, you know, it's a great rail update, but you can't take the train and just, like, leave the mine and do everything with the train. And so it's like, okay, so, and you figure probably, you know, I would say it's probably safe to say most people play solo, you know, or play some solo. And so it's tough when you would need to be, like, artificially having to switch to a truck and stuff like that. So it's little stuff like that. You know, I do think their testing practices are pretty bunk, and, you know, I think there's plenty of people who would be good testers, but that's kind of stuff that they do does kind of mystify me. You know, why the hell they don't just come up with a better system than that. I'm trying to think what I want to build here. Mini truck's running pretty well. I'm trying to think if there's another module I want to build for the mini truck here. Do you guys have some ideas of what I need to build? I'm trying to think what I need for... Could work on that base a little bit, but I want to do that on Career Build Series probably. Kind of looking through, see if I have any builds that I was working on that I want to get back to. This helicopter, this helicopter is really good, but I didn't want to use a helicopter. That's why I built Night Owl. I was just like, ugh. Like, this thing is fast. It was like 263 knots, almost as fast as Night Owl. This Guppy's pretty funny. That VTOL, I gotta work on at some point, but I'm not in the mood. Started Amber Lamps. I'm trying to think what I need in game too. Like, I wanted to do some of the oil spill stuff, but literally I've yet to get a single oil spill. So it's kind of like, that's, you know, just pain that I've yet to get an oil spill to be able to do that. Do a little Triton stuff. I'm just trying to see what I'm feeling here. Sometimes you get to this point where you're like, what do I build next? I'm trying to think if there's any modules I need for rescues. A bunch of Vice stuff. Here's my pop-up headlights for Vice. We read some chat while we're out of here. Show the Night Owl. Yeah, we can play with that a little bit. Play with the Night Owl a little bit and see if there's anything I need to work on it. Here, let's do this. I was thinking of doing this at some point, so let's do it now. What I'll do is I'll do a live play session where I'll start a new career game that I play live, so that way it's, you know, when I'm, that kind of, you know, one of the reasons I play a lot of career is that inspires me to do new stuff, is, you know, I think, let's do this instead. Let's go. What we'll do is we will load the latest career build series, and I will just rename it something, and that, because I don't want to start from scratch with a live build series, because I won't have the money to bring in the toys I currently have. This way I can, if we're doing it live, yes, a little bit of, let's see if I can find the GIF of that. A little bit of, below. I won't say what my terrible thoughts of that dude. I can't find a GIF of it. Alright, so here's this. Let's save this really quick as live build series. See, this is actually, I was kind of thinking of this yesterday. It was like, for example, if I want to build this, base, I can do it live here, and then I can just load the file in for the career build series. So this would actually, I think this is kind of a cool idea. What I'll do is I'll do like one of these live episodes, like I just saved it, so here it is saved. And then what I can do is I can load this live, and then if I want to do a career build series, we're in the same place. So let's actually do that. I think that would be good. That will move me ahead. So here's Night Owl. If you watch, career build series came out today. We bought this island. Let me shut this down to the Night Owls. I don't know why I'm talking about this. Let's shut this down. The APU gen runs a little bit higher than it probably needs to, so it's loud. Alright, and so this base here has some cool sections here, so I'm trying to... Oh, don't break your ankle, scum. Alright, this one I can't work because I think Night Owl is in its spawn area and it won't let me open it, so... I will do this one. So we'll work on this base a little bit. That'd be kind of fun. My most complex build outs... I don't know if it's even Triton. Triton is not all that complex. Like, Triton has a lot of parts. Triton has a lot of things going on. Like, it has a crane on it. It has engines, and it has this and that and this. But it's, overall, it's not super duper complex, I would say. You know, each part, you know, as a whole, it's reasonably complex, but the parts are not necessarily all that complex. So this was the old Cape House from the last career build series, and so I think what I want to do is grab this helipad off of here. Because this helipad's all set up with the locking system. So I know I want a helipad on here, so that would be a good start to put that on. Is that right where it needs to be? I think it is. And this has like some complex lighting and everything else, so let's grab this. And then I'll go down, I can delete what I need to, so we'll copy that. And it's a little wonky trying to get this plumbed in here, so what do I need? Let's put that in. Where is it that I had it? There it is. I'm trying to think where I want this. Let's see. I kind of want to go on the edge with this, so let's see. Maybe flip it and go like this. That fits just right. Let's lower it down. That's not bad there. I'm kind of digging that. Alright, and now I need to connect it to this block here. Oh, come on. Don't be absolutely obnoxious there, guy. There we go. Bango. And now we can get rid of this central block here on this. Bango. So now we have the... just checking it. Yep, so that's part of it now. So this, if you guys didn't watch the previous career build series, this system is pretty cool. It, when you fly over, which I actually might not have the microcontroller for this, I need to put it on there. So when you fly over, this distance sensor will light up, and then it has lugs on it. And so what you do is like Katie did, Katie did Hummingbird, and I'm trying to think what else has... They all have this locking system, and so when you land on it, it locks it. So especially if the wind's heavy, I've had a couple of episodes of the career build series last time where like the wind was way up, and so you can kind of just come in and land on it. This is the same system that, literally the same system that Triton has on it, so that if you come in really heavy seas, it will grab on and lock you to the platform. So that's pretty good, I think. Let's go ahead and spawn that. So there's like a lot of people don't get into this element of the game. That's kind of fun, is base building, you know. So like there's a lot of area here. Like this takes up a small bit of that build area, but you know, have this. And so these are free floating, and so they will go up and down with the, you know, and just grab. So I don't have anything that will grab on there, but I wonder if Night Owl is probably too big for that helipad. But I might expand it at some point. But that's a good start to get going on that. See if there's any missions going on. Little rescue, we went through that. Let's go ahead and we'll take a flight with Night Owl. But yeah, let's bring up... I don't have the money to bring up Triton in this in the career build series save. I'm just checking. Katie did. Yep. Katie did. We'll hook onto there. Yes, you can build a base in Stormworks. If you look at these, any of these islands that have the $sign, you can buy those, and they have the ability to build a base on them. You can do that. I'm hoping that Sausalito racetrack doesn't put a racetrack in the middle of somewhere on my map here, but you know, that's one of the reasons I was fighting the urge to do that. Let's take off here. I just want to check. I don't think that helipad's going to accommodate this, but. And let's see. Start them up. So I did it off screen. I was trying to make it an episode, and it turned into a nightmare where I hit pause at some point. But if you watch today's career build series, I ended up having a little bit of a skip between because I ended up moving a bunch of fuel with the Albatross because I had screwed some stuff up. So I haven't yet to okay, I fixed these on another version of this. I didn't fix them on this. So. Definitely want our brakes off. There we go. Let's go and I'll at least grab the new version of this. So let's put in Draymore is, we'll do radio. So Draymore is 635. 635. Alright, and let's go ahead and start going forward. So that is, so that's radio. We're right there anyway at Draymore, but I'll take the autopilot off. I don't need it going up. Whoa! What's that? What's that all about? Alright, so if I put the autopilot on and I press the spacebar, it will auto-fix this. The autopilot will fix that if I flip. As you can see. So. That was me over pitching, and it flipped the craft. So me just being rambunctious on the controls. But all I have to do is zero the thrust and turn the autopilot on, and it will fix it. So, yeah, so here's Draymore. We'll come and land. I'll grab a new version of Night Owl, and I'll sleep in bed with the mission. And start bringing the ducted fan back. Gears coming down. Pressing every button I don't need to press here. I'm just kind of flying like a helicopter now to come in. Use my collective to push me forward here a little bit fast. A little bit, it's not super complex to fly this, but it's a little bit of work to learn how to fly this. And then if I put that autopilot on, let me get rid of some modes here. That's just activates the auto hover, so it will just zero my speed for me. So if I need to or want to have it like take over a little bit while I just do something else, I can turn that on. Gives me a little bit of smoothing. So I have a new version of this all queued up. Alright, good. So let's go back in. We'll recall this and take a naparoni. So if you watched that episode last career build series, I built this module. This is sliding because the power's off. It's on a linear track, so it needs to be powered to maintain its position. So this is just a firefighting module. So you just, just pump it out. The reason why it's not pumping very much now is the power's off. So it's just leaking out at the moment. But, so that's like another module to throw in there so I can fight fires. Let's check chat. Yeah, I'm trying to think what's most complex. Cap Air Jet is probably up there. I would say that's probably pretty high up there. Like I have to do pneumatic bleeds in order to be able to start the engines and everything like that. So yeah, I think the base building's fun. It's a good way to kind of get in there and make a home away from home. That's just it's kind of your own. It's something different to do that I think a lot of people don't ever get to. So that's I enjoy doing that. Let's try to grab ourselves a mission here. We'll see what what it brings. Let's make sure. Let's do something close. So if no clip is off, it will make sure the mission is close. It cannot. It can hover over the water, but will not float. So I did that on purpose. I have seagull. If I want something to float, I'll take seagull. So I try to build things that have have their pluses and minuses, because I don't want something to do everything. And so I built that to be have its own little issues. Let's see. Let's take this actually. So we have a, if you didn't see the message, it's a blue pickup truck in distress is requesting assistance. I would say likely it's on the road. If it's in the drink, then we are not bothering. So we'll bring this. I haven't taken this out yet. This is my big wrecker. I have my little wrecker too, but this one's overkill, but take it. Yeah, bases have infinite electricity as long as you add a battery. So you just need to put a battery somewhere and it will have infinite electricity. I don't know why the mirrors are not on. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I shifted into it too high of a gear for the speed. This thing will... I heard an animal somewhere. I hope I didn't run over it. This thing will like literally tow anything. It has like these tires are super up grip, so that it can like just wrench stuff up, inclines and everything else. So this thing's pretty beast. But you know, this needs to be able to tow my tractors at with full loads. There's a rabbit. We'll avoid him. Hello, hello, sir. Quite squeaky, sir. Like this has stabilizers on it. The stabilizers are maybe I took them off. No, they're there. It has stabilizers. The stabilizers are actually worse than if I just use the tires, because the tires are up gripped. Yeah, you figure this has a drop axle. It has it has 8 drive wheels. Only 4 of them are really connected to anything, but and then 2 front wheels. So this thing will tow anything. So I don't even know if I have to tow this truck, but we'll take this. What is that out there? Just a ship. Yeah, that video I tried making before today's episode was a pain. It was just nothing was going right. I forgot to unpause, and then I got in a massive slowdown because there were like 4 hospital ships spawned together. So that was tough. So it should be around here somewhere. We're starting to come in the search area. So we'll keep an eye out for it. It's probably on the road here. What are we doing? We're doing 72 miles an hour. Like, this is one of the things is like a lot of people think you're going slow, and you're doing a normal speed. It's just hard to get good perception sometimes in games. There it is right there, I think. Yep, there it is. This one I don't even think I tow. I don't think this is a tow mission. This is a vulture. I know everybody's ragging on the animals lately, but they do add some detail. It's weird they locked it behind Industrial Frontier, but I don't know why they did that. That was kind of they should have seen that as a mistake, because as an error in judgment, because it's like, you're going to get people who don't have it or are now pissed off. It's like some of their PR stuff just doesn't make any sense. Oh, don't fall in the drinking pool there, son. Firex. What's up there, brother? You coming with me? Zing. I'd see this particular truck here, I think is hard locked to the ground. Like when you set up an add-on, you can make it static. I've tried towing this before. I'm gonna hit it with the Mac really quick. I doubt it moves at all. I think that is set to be static because it is locked in place. We'll go ahead and I'm gonna just tap it and see what it does here. Yep. Like, watch this. This thing has buku. This thing has buku torque too. Still got like a 15:1 gear ratio in low gear, and it's like it can't even push it. So I think this particular truck is locked in place. So it's funny bringing my big useless wrecker here to move something that won't move. But we'll go drop this person off. Steven Seagal, yes. Yeah, that's kind of why I don't like, I don't want to have builds that do everything, because it's like, then you're like, oh, I don't want to use this does it better, or something like that, or this does everything. I find a lot of people do that. They'll say, oh, I'm bored, and they're like, well, what did you build? I built a helicopter and it does literally everything. Is this where I'm going? It is. They build something that does literally everything, and then they're bored. It's like, well, it's a building game, and you just, like, took away any impulse to build anything, because, is this the right place? I think it is. I think this is. It might be. I can't tell yet. Until I get around the corner. Nope, this is not the right place. Okay. It's the next island over, I think. And that kind of, I would say, brings the boredom, is like, a big part of a building game is building. It's like when you need to do something and you don't have the right craft for you, like, ooh, now I have something to build. And so it's like when I do some of the stuff, it's like I make it so that it has a job or a couple jobs. Like, Night Owl's pretty modular, but it's like, if I need to land in the water, like, I miss using Seagull, so I'll like, oh, I'll land in the water this time, I'll take Seagull instead of hovering, And so it's like one of Night Owl's drawbacks is it's a twin turbine, so it burns a ton of fuel. And so, like, if I want to do something economically, I can take Seagull out there, land on the water, and do it, But if the weather is really bad and the waves are really high, I take Night Owl so that I can station keep and hover, and then I can go ahead and just, hover and lower myself down. So. Hey, how's it going, Neotastic? What's going on? Are the engines that loud? Okay, yeah. Thanks for letting me know. It's tough because, like, in game to me, they don't sound that loud. But, like, I did a video the other day, and, like, the engine noise were really loud. So I kind of have to keep an eye on that when I, between just, like, testing, I'll bring the engine sounds up. So thanks for letting me know. This is the chemical plant, so. I'm just trying to read chat and not crash, so. How's that better? You hear my voice over the engine now? Yeah, it's like for me, it's hard for me to hear those engine noises at all. So, like, I can't hear them at all now. So it's good input if that happens. Like, it's the worst when I record a video and they're loud, because it's like the audio is hard coded if I talk over video, and so it's like. So I try to make sure it's in the right spot. But sometimes I forget. Alright, so drop this person off, and I think we'll sleep in this bed and see what's up. So using my gears like I'm supposed to help me slow down. This has got a wide turning radius. Not the easiest maneuvering vehicle to go in these tight spaces. Come on there, guy. Like, I have to get in the seat to fix the door. There we go. Take that water. Nice. That was a quick little mission. Let's see. Check some chat. Yeah, the jet engines are loud. Yeah, that was, usually if I'm recording something, I'll bring it down to here, and then if I'm playing, I'll bring it up so I can hear the engines. Especially like if I'm trying to tune the engine or gearbox or something. That's kind of, I need to hear the engine for that. But, back it in here. I'm just gonna recall this. We'll do a little bit of. This way you guys aren't having to watch me just drive right back. So. I need that on too. Bring that back. See if we can't get on a mission. Yeah, just did a mission. Went ahead and I was gonna tow the truck, but it's the truck that is that you can't tow. That's yeah, it's static, so that's kind of a pain. Good to get some of these old toys back that I don't get a chance to play with. Just take a nap and see what we can get for mission. But yeah, if you want some close missions, just, you know, shut off no clip, get the mission to spawn. Like, see, now we're getting close stuff. See, like, these are all right where we're at here. Let's see, so like these are right up here. And so we'll take something fast and fun. So it's old wagon, extinguish fires, rescue 2 casualties. All right, so we'll go take, let's take out the big man car. Have a fire, so I have an X on me. Let's take that big man car. That'll be kind of a cool reason to use that. Give it a little bit of live testing here. It can hold 4 people, so. Because I like building these little cars and stuff that have some use, you know. Yeah, this should be fast to be able to go. Like, see, this is the thing. It's tough. It's like Sausalito is a tough course. I feel for Big Man. That's gonna be a pain. Like, he's limiting down how many people are gonna be in the final video. You know, because if people are gonna vote on who gets in the video. But it's like, that is a tough course. If he's racing each time, it's at least 2 minutes a race. Likely he's gonna crash because it's not his vehicle. He doesn't know. Like, you saw how many times I crashed, and that's my vehicle. You know, so he's taking somebody's vehicle he doesn't know to race it. That's gonna be tough, and it's gonna take a lot of time. And so you figure that's, you know, that could be a lot. But, you know, he's limited. I think he's limited down to 5 people in the video, so it's make it a little bit manageable. I tend not to like to limit it down. I try to run everybody's stuff, so it's kind of, yeah. If I had to do 15, and it's like you figure it's probably gonna take at least 15 minutes per vehicle to race the track and not, you know, experience crashes, learn the car a little bit, you know. So that really add up time there. It's a fun little way to do it, but it's a little bit scary here and there. The braking's much better. Like, see how the nose is like gently, it's gently like fidgeting? That's because of that pulse system I put in there, so that's working really well. Hello. Hello. Look at how oversized this station wagon is. There we go. A fun little way to go to a rescue. I do have a module for the mini truck that's a little fire, it's a fire tank there. So that'd be kind of cool to do with that. Like, see, I'm doing the AD keys here, and that's like what Phil was talking about. Like, we're doing 152 miles an hour. Whoa, 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 no, don't do it, don't do it. Don't do it. No! Crap, I gotta get out of this before I die. Oh, come on, get out. I'm trying to rescue the people, too. I should just leave them. We knew that was gonna happen. Oh, she's out. No, she's good. She's good. Well, crap, people. Here. I can heal her. Well, that's some interesting emergent gameplay, so that'll be fun to screw with that. Ugh. Let's try. I knew I was going too fast for the conditions. Here, come on. Let's swim, people. Where the hell are we? We're nowhere near this. Oh, no. That's a walk and a half. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Yeah. Come on, ding-dongs. I knew that was going to happen. I knew it. I was like, I'm like, do I take a race car to do this mission, and do I avoid, like, what happened was when I looked at the speedometer, I looked down, and then I came back up, and I'm like, oh no. I'm like, this is going to be a handful to recover from. That was ugly. Yeah, there's good, you know, I like that from an emergent gameplay perspective. It's like, you know, the best and easiest thing to do. If I had the money, I think I'll do it this way because, you know, I probably won't say this is career build series, but we'll do this as the live build series, and I'll go take Triton. We'll go grab it with Triton. That'll be more fun, you know, especially with you guys watching. I'm not gonna like take the time to walk these guys off and stuff. So what I'll do is I'll go grab Triton, and we'll go suck that up out of the drink. I'm just trying to get these people on land so they have some sort of prayer of life. And then I can go maybe get them with Triton. So we'll go play with Triton a little bit. Seeing that doesn't get much play. So simmer down there, yellow shirt. You sure it's loud enough? There we go. All right, you people stay there. Let's go, and we'll go to our new base here. Let's turn on no clip. So I'll make this kind of a goofy fun session. I don't have all the settings on, so it's just being a pain. There we go, teleport. Doing it live! Yeah. Little Bill O'Reilly. That was his... That's the least of him being a prick. But, let's grab Triton. And so I need infinite money on for that. That is, Triton is... I do not have the money for Triton at the moment, so... Alright, Triton, let's see. Ooh, 489,000. I have to quickly get in Triton, and I need to stop the mast, because in this base, the mast is, I don't have power on. I need to do a bunch of crap here just to make sure, because the mast will hit the roof of this cave, so I have to do that. And we have to go turn on the engines, Triton. So I just put infinite electricity on to get that mast to go back down. I'll be able to shut it off here in a second. So you come in Triton. Triton starts dark, and then you have to come in here and you have to start up all the engines. So you have to go in the control room, and then it's battery banks, gens, yep, harbor gens. Like, say, this is all the work that needs to be done in here. So those harbor gens will not turn on until the battery gets below a certain level. So, and then I think, do I need to do master power here? Main power, yep. And these are all real, those are all real relays, English language we speak. Here is this is one of the reasons I wanted to go back to Triton. This is a garage, so I can actually load vehicles into here with crane. So that is a lot of fun. I love Triton. Triton's good. I'm glad to get it back. You know, eventually I'll get it at the other home ship at some point, but that one was, I was limiting myself a little bit, and so it's like, it's not as cool. I can't do as much stuff. So, kind of nice to get Triton back in the world. Alright, let's see. Helm systems. Start them up. Alright, let's see. What do I need? Sonar. Let's keep, I don't know what any of that does. Anchors are fine. Okay, thrusters. Let's, okay, we're synced. Alright, let's go. Reporting immediate authorities. I don't think I have a mag all on here to get the car. It's fine. We'll take care of the people first if I don't. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, we can go do the rescue on this anyway. Alright, let's go ahead and... Where the hell are we going here? Let's zoom out. Trying to find where we're going here. So we're going up here somewhere, alright. So what I want to do is add a waypoint. Right there. Alright. So that is in. Let's, where we are. Our return. Ours return. Okay, we'll zoom out. So we have a waypoint on there. And then, what do I need for the autopilot? AP is... Autopilot's on. Alright, we need that so that it auto stops. Good. That is good, that is good, that is good. So let that run on its own. Bring in Katie. Bring in the did. I think this is good. Yep, this one should be good. Here's the did. Whoa, slow down. Okay. There is the did. Let's get... I don't want everything hanging here, so... Let's see. Did. Master power there. Let's shut the door. Nah, beacon strobes. Okay, good. And green light means go. So go with Katie. Alright, good. Katie's up. Trying to remember all the keys for Katie. See, did I put them on the H menu like a good boy? I did. Beautiful. So Katie has a puller prop. So. My hand does keyboard for a second there. And I'm trying to look for Triton. See where Triton is. Triton's over there. So Triton's back behind me there. So this is kind of late game for me for, you know, this is where I want to get career build series, getting up, you know, getting Katie in here and Triton, and, you know, it starts getting a lot of fun. You know, you really have to plan ahead, and it takes some time to plan, so that's kind of fun. So we'll get Katie back in here. So I think this is going to be a cool idea, do like a, do a live build series when I want to do live. I can just, and I'll keep it as a separate save. That way, like you see, I'm kind of doing a little bit more of like, cheaty stuff, like putting in money and doing that. I think that'll be fun. Where the hell are these people? Are they over there or are they over here? I think they're... Where the hell? They gotta be over here, so... I didn't make it this far, so they're over on that island to my left. So I want to try to rescue the people before they become muerto. It seems that... So the devs fixed something this last update. With aerodynamics, and if you notice, a lot of the vehicles are moving faster now. So like Katie's about 10, 15, 20 knots faster than she was. There's a bunch of stuff. Was that a little rocky crag? I didn't swim this far, did I? How far did I get? Where am I? Where are my people? They're there. Okay, they're right there. Right. Oh no, oh no. I was afraid I swung the tail too hard and was giving her grief. Right, so let's see, what's my altitude here? 113. 100, what are we heading here? About a, I can't read, 355 maybe. Okay, let's go. Autopilot, altitude, heading. Alright, and let's zoom in. Zoom. Let's go like right there. Alright, and let's check our altitude. Let's go down to, I don't know, 75 maybe. Trying to hit the treetops here. So the p-value is too high on this. I need to fix the station keeping on this. A little bit rambunctious. It will smooth out, but I set this to be this high because it can handle 100% wind. So if it's too low, it won't handle 100% wind, so you kind of have to do that. And then let's check the controls on this. So winches down is 2, theoretically. I think I have to close the hatch. I left one of the buttons done there, so let me check it. Okay, they are push buttons. Okay, there we go. It was working. I had both of them selected, so if you haven't seen Katie before, it works by putting both of these down, and then you can bring the people up. Where at, people? I should have brought a health kit with me. It'll be alright. And then the person goes on the outside, and then I go on the inside. And can I see Triton yet? Yep, there's Triton. You can see it just to the left of the of that island. And then that should close the electric hatch. I just want to double check. Yep. And then I would jump out of the seat, and then I grab this ding-donger. And then I'll grab a kit with me, and we'll go down again. It's good to get Katie back. I miss Katie, did. You ever seen the Transavia ag plane that was in Mad Max, one of the Mad Max movies, the old one? It took a lot of inspiration from that. Has that kind of the you know, higher cockpit and the prop. Let's heal you up first, actually. Go. Let's go up. Nice. Gotta get Katie to back. Yeah, I love Katie. Katie's so good. Night Owl, you know, Katie did, again, you know, like, I didn't want to completely make Katie useless with Night Owl. Night Owl's main drawback is it uses a lot of fuel, and it's expensive fuel. You know, not as much now that we can drill, but you know, that was one of my big things. I don't like to make craft, you know, 100% redundant, and so that's kind of cool with doing it this way. Is you don't destroy your craft to make them useless. You know, and so that was kind of my thought process with Night Owl. Night Owl is better than Katie did in a lot of ways. Katie, like we just saw, goes about 144. Night Owl does like 263. So Night Owl is much, much faster, but you burn a lot of fuel with 2 turbines. And so, you know, Katydid is still the more economical choice. Night Owl is a lot bigger, which bigger sometimes is better, but not always. Like, if you want to put it on the back of a ship, you need it to be compact. You know, so it's like little things like that make it kind of cool. You know, Seagull is cool, but guess what? It can't be put on top of Triton because it's too big, you know, so I have to use the Cormorant, you know, Cormorant. So here we are, rescue. You know, Hummingbird is faster than Katydid, so it has some benefits, but you can't hover it and do sea rescues as easily as Katydid can. So everything, I like to build a little bit of, you know, downsides and everything so that you want to use something different. You know? Gives you a reason to kind of expand and build more stuff. Your brakes on, Katie, I don't think I ever took the brakes off the honey. Let's see. So we'll just decrease the thrust. So this is a really, if I go to ground idle, that was something, a feature I put on Katydid was you go in a ground idle, and it lowers the RPS, and so I don't have to worry about doing collective down. I can just leave it, and then Katydid will just sit. I'm gonna put on, nope, don't do that. Okay, that's fine. Like that will hold me a little bit more stable, but it won't, it can't maintain the altitude because it doesn't have the power with ground idles, so. That's the benefit of putting ground idles on, like it just slows everything down. Katydid can't take off like that, so, I have a bad habit of leaving all the propellers running though, so makes it a little bit dangerous to operate. But hello there, madame. It's as though I just saw you. But nice to get Katie back in the air. I like the did. I've walked into the did's propeller more than I care to mention. That front propeller is danger. Oh, look at that, a loot crate. It's just gently hiding back there. Hello, madame. Adieu. Goodbye, my friend. Let's go. Nice. A little bit of cash. I've got infinite money on because of Triton, but you can see how like this starts to really make the game, for me at least, super fun. It's like Triton requires planning. Triton, I think I told you guys, it has like 172,000 liters of diesel in it. You know, so you think about how much, you know, I drill that pretty fast now, but before, this was before drilling, you had to go buy that. That's, you know, that was 300 grand. That's got almost 400 grand of fuel in it. You know, so you really have to like get your ducks in a row. You really have to be late game to be able to fill it. You know, you don't necessarily need to put that much fuel in it, but you know, it will run with, you know, that's what a full tank is on that. You know, and so the kind of whole plan for what a home ship is, and you know, the guys who watched the first career build series know, but the new guys, it's like this stays out in the world. And that is my main base of operations. And if I'm going to do a rescue, I put that on autopilot, send it out. And then you have parasite craft. The parasite craft are actually the ones that go and do the rescues. So Katie, yeah, Katie's about 20 knots faster than she was. So definitely that thing the devs changed to fix that. So to show you this system here, I need to fix the smoke on that. So let's see, we're good there. That's fine. Alright, let's go ahead and I'm going to zero out the prop and let Triton get ahead of me. So we're going to go and land on Triton, so just need to make sure the decoupling is off. That means it's ready to couple. So Triton will automatically stop when it gets that waypoint. The waypoint is just shy of that island. So go ahead and come in for an approach on Triton. But it's fun getting back to this. You know, I hate, you know, saying goodbye to builds, so it's kind of nice now getting some back. So I think this would be cool doing some live build episodes like this, kind of like a career live. I think it would be fun to do. So the fences will automatically come down as I get over the pad. This camera here looks directly down at the attach points. So I can use the propeller, so what I can do is start to gently add in propeller and match Triton speed. So I know Triton is doing 19 knots. So what I'm going to do is gently start to bring in the prop. As you can see, my knots are going up. And I'm going to match the speed, so I'm exceeding by 2 knots. I'm just tapping it back and just trying to get right to 19. This will also let me land Katie flat. And all I'm doing is I'm taking out the speed difference. So now I'm like a knot faster than Triton. And if I want to go faster and catch up, I just pitch. So this, if you set it right to Triton speed, so like I'm trying to get right on 19 knots here. So just gently tapping it, so like right there, I'm about right on 19 knots. And so I can now, my relative velocity is pretty much 0, and I can just pitch. I should not have left the antenna down. The smoke I need to fix because it makes it hard. So now I'm using the camera to the right of the HUD, and you notice, see it lights up. That means I'm directly over the pad, and all those, you see the barricades are coming down. And so I'm just like hyper focused on that monitor. I'm not even watching anything else. Hyper focused. I'm gonna get centralized. There we go. Bingo, and we'll grab. And now we'll grab the bolt. So we can go ahead and shut down. And we'll, where's my engine? I forget. Oh yeah, engine. Parking brake release off. Okay, I shut down. There we go. And where's my door? Right there. Beautiful. So there's Katie landing on Triton. Weather was mercifully not miserable. And let's see if we can't go get that car. I don't have a mag-all. We might have to make a run and go get... so this has... what do you call it? English language we speak. This has modules. And so this is a hard connector module. And then I have some other ones in here. This one is a winch module. And I need to get a mag-all. So what I'll do is go run that off. I'll go get a mag-all and I'll meet up with Triton. But I'm having fun bringing Triton back. I miss Triton. Give me a little motivation. Let's put the antenna up. Or the mast, rather. Antenna. Alright, so it's somewhere around here, I think, right? This is where I went off the drink? Somewhere over here? Yeah, because I rescued them, right? And then I went off on the drink. It'd be cool to put a station keeping on this system. Read a little of the old chat. Alright, so see, it just auto-stopped. So as soon as it gets to the waypoint, it auto-stops. So that allows me to go do other stuff. So let's go grab a boat, and I want to figure out exact. Let's drop anchor here. I don't have the wind up or anything, but let's drop anchor. You can see the anchor dropping. Drop anchor. There we go. It's connected. There we go. All right, and let's go take. I want to take a boat over this and see what we're looking at here. So let's take the man overboard boat because I can be outside. So I think where's the controls for this? What happened to the controls for this? I can't remember anything. Oh, they're down here. I think I can't remember. Where the hell did I put the controls for this? Push button. Okay, I didn't label the button. So this automatically does everything. This is a cool automated system. It just drops the boat. It only gives you as much line as you need. Jump on in. How do I start you? 6? Nope. Where the hell is the start on this? Just press things, I guess. Do the old endoskull method. How the hell do I start this sucker? Oh, I can't remember these things. Let's see. How do I start the... Why is the light on? One of them's a light, I guess. What is this light? And who turned it on? I wish I filled out the H menu on this. How do I start this sucker? Okay. It's up. Oh, this one's electric. That's why. Okay, this one's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie. But, alright, let's get rid of this Fire X. Yeah, this is my man overboard boat. It's just strictly electric, so I'm in reverse. That's why it's so. I don't need to start it. It's just already going. And this one is like this will straighten out once I get moving here. So this one's super light. I don't have any glitch in this to help it with buoyancy. So I need to see why this light's on. There's 6 is the light. So it's somewhere. It definitely is somewhere. What's going on here? Battery's good. Why? Oh, 1. This was back when I used to use 1, 2 as my throttle. So. It's up here somewhere, so we'll find it. So I went careening off the bridge, so we need to be next to the bridge. Maybe somewhere around here. We'll grab the remora and make a connector to pick this sucker up. So I swam to that island, so it's got to be right under us here somewhere. I can kind of see behind me better than in front of me. We'll cheat. Again, this is a little bit more cheaty with the live. So it's a little bit more engaging, less me sitting around doing nothing. Hell yeah. Let me know if you guys see it. Just a team effort to find this frickin' thing. We'll go into the drink like that, too. The goal is not to make it take 100 years to find this thing. If that despawned, I'll be annoyed. Okay, it's back here. Well, this boat's not all that stable. I forgot. This is like just a... I made a better boat to replace this, but I have yet to put it on and do all the systems to make it work, so... Where are we? That is not us. So that is it there. It's over here somewhere, I think. I'm just gonna take a drink here and see if we can find it on the way. Oh, there's Triton in all her glory sitting over there. Alright. Let me turn on our current positions too here. Yep, so it's around the island. Okay, it's over here. Alright, so let's go ahead and I'm going to put this back on. I'm going to teleport, grab Remora, and I need to make a Magall to be able to suck that up because I don't think I put a... I can't remember. I'll check the big man car. If I put a rope anchor on there, I can easily do it. If I didn't, I have to get a Magall to drag it out of the water. Big expensive operation. That little car, just total it and write it off. But Remora is the last parasite craft that's not on here. Like these two, I don't mind spawning these two with the ship because these are not intended to go very far from the ship. The lifeboat and this man overboard boat especially. Remora can go anywhere, so Remora needs to be spawned separately, and Katie did so that they don't despawn at a certain rate. I guess the devs are changing that. That was in one of their updates, is they talked about that, where you'll be able to not have to worry about that as much. Alright, let's grab, do we have a rope? We do. Grab quickly. That's alright if it flips. We'll be alright. There we go. Alright. Alright! The propeller got me. Been bitten by the propeller. That's where I'm supposed to attach the rope that I forgot. And so these are all auto stow systems, which are kind of nice. They just, you know, I don't have to deal with it. I don't have to do it manually. See, so that's kind of nice. Let's go get Remora. It does not set up for that system. I think Night Owl's too big for. No, it doesn't have Magalls. I see what you're saying now. No, Night Owl doesn't have that. I'm gonna use the crane from Triton. So let's see, where's Remora? Remora. Oh, let's check the big man car. Please have at least one. I was planning on putting some rope anchors on. I didn't. All right, so that's gonna get a rope. I don't have space for it right now. Yeah, this one's real tough to put space. Like I'm literally out of space. Okay, so this doesn't have it, so we need to build a quick Magall that I can run. So I need a handle on it, and I will need a toggle on it so that I don't accidentally shut it off. We can use the winch from the module on the crane. Okay, so let's grab Remora. Alright, this is Remora. This is the fast rescue craft for that. For Triton. Magall. Alright, that is there. Nope, let's just do that. Why am I doing that like that? That's silly. That's silly too. Just do that. And then electricity is what I meant to do here, so that goes like that. Okay, good. Better have a cable on me. I'll just grab one later. Let's just grab one just in case. I guarantee I have cables on Triton, but that's a good way to not have them there is when I say I guarantee it. So that should be good. Let's go ahead and run it. If not, again, I'm happy to teleport, so I'll go back and forth. Push this on the ground so it doesn't have a desire to go in the drink. All right, let's see. I'm trying to remember how to run this. Okay. I forget how the, let's see, Bimini light bar is 2. So it has the light bar here. Remora is not slow. 70 knots right there. So Remora has actually some pretty advanced systems. Remora has a no-fly system that automatically reduces thrust if you start flying over waves. So Remora works pretty well. But like Remora can pretty much go most of the map, even in bad weather. So it's a good little craft for Triton. The other one was kind of crap, the one I had before that. Alright, so we are looking for up. There's Triton, and then the car's over here. So I need to go to Triton, load this on, and then I need to bring the present of the Magall, and then once I have that, I can hopefully grab the sucker up and out of the water. Yes, automated. The bad word automation. The main reason those are automated is if Triton's in rough seas, it is absolutely just it's a effort in frustration trying to get those parasite craft attached in rough weather. Like you saw how it flipped. If I just hook the line and press the button, it goes up and it attaches, and so it's really nice and convenient. And one of the problems you get is they'll start to rotate out of position and they'll be backwards. And so by having it automated, you can just press one button and they quickly get hooked on before all hell breaks loose. Yep, autopilot. I always have autopilot. Not on the Cap Air twin. The twin Cap Air plane does not have an autopilot. It's not going to get one. I hand fly it up to the Arctic. It's so stable, I don't need it. I literally can just. I don't even put auto hover on. I can just trim it and just let it fly. You see how much the ballast systems work on this? Just constantly pumping. The harbor generators will automatically turn on if they need to. Right. Try to play the stay dry game here. There we go. Alright, good. So we're actually a little bit far forward. I thought we were too far back. We're actually pretty good there. Actually, we're right on the money. We're pretty close, man. This might grab. It's set up that one of those will not grab if it's not in position. So it only grabs the one it's supposed to. So. Let's see. Can I pull this with a rope? Wait. Okay, there it is. It slid to the back. I was like, please don't lose that thing I need. Where the hell's ropes? I have them on I have them on Triton. I'll just back us up. What is that? Just trying to steal my cheddar cheese over there. That helicopter. Okay. Back up a little bit more. I need power to be able to turn this. The nice thing with this is I can desync the thrust on this, and I can actually work the engines independently, so I can turn us with the engines. There we go. We'll bring the starboard in reverse, and we'll start bringing that bow around slowly. There we go. See, there we go. And now I'll sync them up. This one's a little bit more of a handful to get aligned in rough seas. I've done it. You have to get it up next to it and you rope it off. So you have to like have ropes in your hand and you hook it to that front rope, and then it will work. There we go. Beautiful. Bingo. Ah, good, good. It's like somebody set this system up perfectly. on in, Remora. Water's fine. How fuel efficient? It's fuel efficient, but it's enormous, so it still burns a lot of fuel. So it runs really well. It's you know, it's fuel efficient for its size, but it's you know, it's enormous. So it just, because of that, it's expensive to run. All right, I forget how hard it is to get in the Remora when it's in here. Let's see. Let's see if we can't get this sucker out of here in a reasonably unaggravating fashion. Zing. Not bad at all. Okay, good. You, sir, come in with me. You fine? Okay, I don't need you, so you can come here. This is a see, like, I like these long projects. Like, this is fun to me. It's like, coming up with a plan. You know, it's like, the car costs nothing. Of course, we're going to burn more fuel and everything than we are just doing that. Like, they have this thing all thought out. This has storage and everything, so like, this sucker's fun. I like this. Ah, grab on. Okay. And then I have some rope in there. I knew I had rope somewhere. If I didn't have rope, I was going to be really be like, who planned this sucker out? Yeah, I would say Triton's probably the most complex. Each system is not that bad, but you know, you put all the systems together and it's quite complex. So let's see. Okay, there we go. Right, probably about there. That's fine. Go. Alright, so I need the cable on me. We'll just grab the one out of Remora that I put there. Alright, so we're good to go over there and get that. I don't want to reattach that. I'm afraid it's going to crush the crane and just be a physics nightmare, so we'll leave it as it is. Let's go head over to the car. Bad etiquette to leave my doors open, but... Alright, let's desync the thrust, come up on starboard. Oh, I forgot the anchor's up. It was down. Yeah, the anchor was no match for the ship being powered, so... Yeah, Brijo Junior. So Brijo was my starter boat from the last one. So we're at let's start actually steering. I haven't steered yet. There we go. So is this up? That's up. That was make sure the anchor's up. So we'll come up on port. So I was just using the starboard engine to turn us here, coming up on port, and then it's right over here, so. And we'll come up and we'll try to sync them up here, and then I will sync the engines. So engines are now synced. Alright, let's see, how close are we? We're getting there. So that's right up against the piling. Should have brought a snorkel kit, but I didn't. It'll be alright. I do have a submarine that will go on here. I could turn the sonar on, but it's not my system, and I don't want to crash the game. Alright, we gotta be close here. We're getting there. A little bit more this way, maybe. I didn't put on my something's trying to start. It's having problems. I don't know what that is. Where's my mast lights? Oh, I didn't hook them in yet. I can't control the lights. I was gonna say I don't have the right lights on. What a sin that is. Where are we at here with the car? A little bit behind me, which is actually perfect for the crane. Something's trying to start and it can't. It's probably one of the harbor generators trying to start, and I don't know what's up with it, so. There it is. Hey, perfect. That's about perfect, man. That's beautiful. Alright, let's get this slung up and over the side. Should be an easy lift. Yeah, I know it's trying to start underneath, but it's not having a good time. Oh, beautiful, look at that. Look at that. If I can get this is good fishing here. Might have had it perfect there. Gorgeous. And if I can somehow remember how to work this system here. Okay, so this has function buttons. I'm pretty sure I set this up, so. Nope. 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 Crap. Gotta watch that, see if that will go down. Did I not set this up for this? I may have not set this one up. Crap. Let's go, just try to... Well, that sucks if that's the case. What is trying to start? Everything should be fueled. Let me check. Something's having a fuel problem. Oh, it's an exhaust problem. I remember that. Why did I not hook this up right? I should be able to lower the boom and get it without having to lower the... without having to drop the cable. So let's try it that way. The nice thing is Triton's so heavy, like, you know how you normally try to jump up the side of the boat and it tips it as you're doing that, like, jump against it stuff? Triton's like, nope, 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 don't even know you're there. Okay. I can almost see the car. Yeah, I can see the car from in the cab. Right, let's come towards. Really bright. Oh, that hit the bottom. Nope, it didn't. It was close to hitting the bottom. I'd really rather not rust out my crane either, putting it in the seawater. I'll bring it towards me. Or close. Okay, it's a little perception problem there. Yeah, it's close, man. Is it on? It's on. I think it's on. Yep, there we go. A little excessive for a tiny car. Work is never done for Triton. That'd be like the game would be like, you get 10 cents for this rescue mission. And it's like, I spent $4 million to do this rescue mission. Just grab a couple screenshots while I'm here. Actually get some reasonable screenshots going on. There we go. Nice. Diesel furnaces and oil refinery. Have I updated them, or I pretty much do all electric now. I have a really good setup for refining. I need to put it in the workshop at some point. It works really well. You know, like a bunch of us will go out there and we'll try to get some tutorials quickly so that people can get started, and then you know, kind of need to go back once we figure out more details of it. All right, so I'm gonna put this in the garage, so I need to just reconnect this. So what I do is with these modules, I set up a function system. So I have function 1, 2, 3, 4, and these are function 5, 6, 7, 8. And what that's cool is you can then you can have 8 functions per one of these modules. But this one I don't think I finished connected. So, all right, I need to do the cap first. So let's go like this. That will stay connected. We'll do that, and then I need to get out of the way, you devil. Throw that on the ground. That's my flashlight. Throw this on the ground. Throw. Where did it go? Okay, right there is fine. As long as it's somewhere where I know where it is. And I need to get this up, and I'm gonna put that in the garage. So that's one nice feature about this that I like is the garage on here. So we go down, and then that's about as close. I can go up high, but I can't really reach this stuff. So see if I can reach it from where I'm at here. Yeah, I got it. That was a good jump. All right, good. There's this, and I think it's this one. Yep, that's this one. So you don't have to have these connected with hinges. They'll lock if they're just floated. You just have to have them in the locked position. So like this is the garage lid. And so sometimes the crane doesn't want to go forward. Let's see if I can get it to behave itself and go forward. There we go. Sometimes it gets a little sticky. So lift the garage lid up. Problems I'm at max height, so it takes a little bit of finagling to get the lid where I want it. And sometimes it goes upside down. So go like that. And I want to get really close to the car with the module. Right there. Okay, good. And we'll put this car in the garage. Trying not to fall in the hole and die. Go. Ah! I knew it was bound to happen. Not gonna screw around with it. Oops. No, flip up and out. Problem is, like, you have to get these like vertical almost to get them in this garage. It's very tight. Let me see if I can turn it. Might be. This one's pretty small. Might be able to fit sideways. Let me see. Yeah, it's probably pretty close to fitting. I just need to shut that door and rotate it. Luckily, we're very strong in game. Which actually wouldn't be that hard. It would if it's tucked on the ground. It'd be hard, but if it's just swinging on the cable, you'd be able to push, you know, a lot more weight than this. Oh, devil! There we go. She's falling in. Dango, she's in. Try to get that second boom. Sometimes that second boom segment's getting stuck, so not the end of the world. Oh, that's interesting. See the little water marks on it? Bango. So that's now... Oh, it's full of water. It's full of water. It doesn't want to leak. It's just phantom nonsense. But that's what this garage is for, is to put vehicles in. But like, there's a little emergent gameplay that can be fun when you screw up. All right, I gotta get that lid back on so that I don't. Hopefully, I shut all my doors in the garage. I think I could definitely deal with the garage full of water, probably if. But I can't have the rest of the ship flood. See, like, boom segment 2 doesn't like to move all the time, and so it's like, I need to force it sometimes. There it goes. Once it gets to a certain height, it's a little bit less resistance, and it will work for me. Put the lid back on. Oh, stay out of the water. No drink for you, sir. I threw a rope here somewhere. If I can find it, we'll be in great shape. Oh, it dropped this panel too. This panel is the engine room, so the panel for the engine room too. And then Triton is plumbed so that all of the so the diesel can go to all of the parasite craft. There we go. That's gonna flip. Beautiful. Let's go in, and I'm gonna drag it across the deck so that it stays oriented right and it doesn't flip on me. Bango. Nice. See, this is where, like, the winch attachment, I don't know when the winch attachment broke, but I used to be able to just drop it, so it was easier then. Like, now I have to worry about the length of the rope on there, and, like, I'm trying to get the second boom segment to come towards me, and it doesn't want to do it, so being a little bit of a pain. Alright, that's laying on the deck. Let's try to orient it. So I'm going to reattach these. So that one should grab. Hopefully. They have to be right in the correct position. So I need to get that. Okay, the second boom segment's all the way in, so it's gonna be tough without the winch to get that to work right. Yeah, I don't know why that winch isn't working, so that's something on the to-do list, the ever-growing to-do list to fix. Yeah, so that's gonna be hard to get that door in there with that like it is, but let's see where we at here. I'm just reading the chat-a-roni. Yeah, pretty much only do the electric at the oil refineries now. I'll show you my oil refinery after this. Oh, that's cool, yeah. Refining the oil spill. Yeah, the car's worth it. I need the car for the challenge next week. Yeah, definitely liquid trading is the best, is the quickest way to make money. Ooh, I might have the door. I might have it in position. Close. I need to be able to use the winch, and I can't because this, I can't get that bottom boom segment up anymore. It's where it is. But what I could do is raise the boom to make it come closer to me, but then I need to be able to drop the winch, and I can't do that because the, I can't figure out why the winch segment's broken, so. So let's see, yeah, I tested the function buttons. None of them are working. Infinite electricity on? I did turn that on, so. There it is. Okay, it's working. It just wasn't earlier. Okay, so that fixes that. So now I can use the winch. So. Boop, boop, boop. Just gentle boopage. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. We're almost there to where it will hook in a second here if it gets right where it needs to be. Alright, perfect. So now let's just winch it up gently. And we should hopefully be good. So I thought I hooked the functions up to this. But ever so gentle there. Let's make sure that that is all set. So this should be the toggle for it. I'm trying to find door frame. There's a door frame. I forget what it's called. Controller here. Trying to find. There it is, right there. Lock seal true. Okay. And then it's backwards. Okay, that's why. I should put them on either end. That's what I should do. So that's. I'm gonna quickly go on my. I usually keep a Google Drive for each vehicle, and I need to put that in Triton or I will forget. So I need to put a on the. Wow, there's a lot to do. Service panel, diesel short def, engineering, helipad. Oh my god, I got a lot of stuff to do here. Okay, it's on the deck. I like literally have this out into a ton of different stuff. Let's see. Garage door and engine door. Put controllers on both sides. Okay, that way it doesn't. The orientation could be either way. Like, see, I have no controller on this side of the panel, but I do on this. Where was it? I just saw it. I thought I saw it. Did I? Where was it? Maybe not. Does it need it? I don't know. Seems like it needs it. So that is now locked again. I'll winch up, see if I can get it to grab. I can't do it from third person, so. Because it's pre-locked, so it should want to go in there at some point. Ah, don't jump on it, whatever you do. So the controller's on this side, and it needs to grab. So, like, I just use, if you notice, I have those corner pieces. That's all that is required to hold the door. So it's really not all that, you don't need a ton of stuff to make it look like it's in place. Alright, so the controller is definitely on this side, right here. Door frame controller. Do I need one on the other side? I cannot remember. Maybe I don't, but I should put a controller on both sides, I think. So. Try one more time and get that door. If not, I'll just drop it and we'll move on. But so micros hanging all over the sucker. Alright, let's try to gently raise it up from here and see if I can't get to grab. If not, I'm not worried about it. Let's not worry about it, and let's just get out of here. That's kind of Triton. That's all Triton systems, and so it'd be nice to get back into this. It requires, as you can see, mucho dinero. It's like $468,000 just to spawn it. So it's quite expensive to spawn it. And it has, like I said, like 170,000 liters of diesel to run it, so. Yeah, we'll figure this out sometime, why that's not working. Let's get moving and we'll go do something else. Anchor up. Anchor needs to come up. Oh, where's that? Where is that? No, that's actually close. We'll go hit that. Let's put the antenna, or the mast down. I do up. No, down. Down, put the mast down. Oh, you know what it is? The fuel issue I was having was that base only had 5,700 liters of diesel, and I've already used it up. It was the main engines that were shut off. That's what it was. Alright, let's do a kind of a, we'll do a little bit of a complex maneuver here. So stern thruster, bow thrusters coming in. I want full right rudder, and we'll go port to reverse. Maybe. There we go, it's coming now. Being slow. Port's coming up. Up, we're gonna hit if we're not careful. Yep. I overran the port thrust. That was not the right thing to do. Should have waited on the port thrust. I came up too fast on the port thrust. It was close, but not where I needed to be. There we go. Now we can use port thrust. Why is my steering not working here? Why is my steering not working? What the hell's going on here? Okay, why is my rudder stuck? Why am my rudder stuck? I can't get my rudders to turn. What the hell is... there they go. Okay. They're moving now. That was interesting. Let's get the thrusters going here to help me turn again. Gonna get stuck here if I'm not careful. Yeah, we gotta go straight back. Got myself in a pickle here because I couldn't get the rudder to respond fast enough. Get the chat back up. I have to chat off as I'm trying to look at stuff. Thanks. Yeah, these are not my screens. Those are somebody else's. I forget whose they are. They're not updated, which is kind of too bad. I wish they would update them. So now I'm just gonna go bow thruster. I don't want the stern to come over. I just want the bow to come over. And then this is we're just gonna get rid of. I'm gonna leave. I meant to leave starboard in reverse, but there we go. Let's come up on this thrust here. Alright, looks like the rudders are responding now. Could just be that it's such a complicated ship that it takes, you know, it's having some physics issues in game, but there we go. Alright, we're moving now. Infinite fuel's on, that's why our speed's faster. I had to turn that on because I didn't have enough fuel in that new base to load anything. So it should be like 12 o'clock. What I'm going to do here is I want to mark it. And it's just to the north and the belly, so I need to zoom in. So just to the north and in the belly, so somewhere up here I'm thinking. What is that? Is that an island? That's probably that island. I'm trying to see. I can't really see the refinery. There. Let's go like here. So let's set that as a waypoint. Autopilot needs to be cycled on. There we go. Alright, we're good there. Let's go ahead and we'll grab Remora, I think, and we'll go do that rescue. Don't fall in the garage. So Remora is a little bit challenging to set up when we are moving. So I need to set this up just right where we're moving or it will get sucked underneath. So let's do that. Just checking up on some chat here. I flew US, Canada, Mexico. So that was pretty much where I flew when I was flying. We couldn't go over water. We didn't have rafts, so we couldn't go some of those farther places. Alright, so this then gets a... Alright, so now we have the ability to change rope length. So let's do this. Actually, I want more than that. I want 4 meters. That's too much. Maybe 2 will be alright. Let's see. 2 meters. Let's try 2 meters. Right. The nice thing is when you disconnect, you do it from the boat. So this just rides next to me like so, and then I can light up. it's out here somewhere, so... Yeah, it's up here just north of that, whatever you want to call it, the oil platform, English language we speak. Helicopter up there? The helicopter. So Remora is great for these rescues. You know, I have infinite fuel on again, like I was saying. That's why we're going faster than we normally would. But, yeah, it does about 70 knots as it is in the water. Yep, good to see you, Tactical Hungarian. How's it going, guys? The door is actually not that complicated. It's just, I have to get in the right position. Once it's in the right position, it auto grabs. Like those spawn not grabbed and they instantly grab. It just, I don't know why it's not grab. But I need to put alignment arrows on there so I know where to align it. But, it's actually pretty simple. It's just you put it in the door frame and it should grab, but it's not doing it right now, so I don't know why. So this is just a basic compass. So like I was talking about how I like to build little, you know, inefficiencies in each craft, or I make them so they can't do everything. And so one of the things like with this is the only way to navigate with this is that compass ball. So you know, this is a pretty basic system. Did I put a bearing system on here? I thought I might have done that at one point. A bunch of my craft, Triton has an antenna and broadcasts its position via radio, and my Parasite craft, some of them, like Katie did, can find Triton with radio. So it homes in on Triton position, which is kind of cool. You don't need a hinge on the lid. Why would I need a hinge on the lid? I like the doors the way they are. You just put them in the door frame and they lock in place. I've used those kind of doors for a long time. Unless they change something, they should work fine. They worked when I spawned them in. Alright, so we have the windmill is over here. I'm trying not to cheat, but I know where it is, unfortunately. But, should see this soon. Yep, there we go. It's right in front of me. Yeah, it usually grabs fine, just between the winch and everything else. But as you can see, the button's like sitting on the deck. It's not done by any stretch of the imagination. Once I get it more done, it will be fine. All right, there's the rescue. So this is like, kind of like the whole use case for Triton is, I set it to come kind of join me on the mission, and then I go out with Parasite Craft and do. Yeah, because it takes forever trying to go, like, not that long. It goes 18 knots, but, like, I can go out at 60 knots and grab the people, bring them to the hospital, and then go to Triton. You know, and then it's not practical necessarily. Like, if I was on the middle of the ocean, it's not practical for me to take them to the hospital in this boat. It's more practical for me to then use... Katie did. I don't want to catch on fire with my boat here, so let's back up. Come on, back up, dude. There we go. That's good there. Alright, Firex. Rope, I have rope on me. Firex, okay. Let's get a little closer, and then I'll fight it from Remora. What was that noise? You keep hearing some noise, like it's like a noise in game. I don't know what that is. Bango. Alright, let's get Remora tightened up here. Get out of the way. Try to play the stay dry game here. Try to go on the railing. That didn't work. What's up there, peeps? I'm wet now. Excuse me? She saw me and she's like, damn, that's handsome, and fainted. Alright, there. Do not fall in the drink. Please. Clear. You're sitting there. Where are my health kits? There's one. There. Straight and fly right there, honey. What's up there, guy? You're all set, huh? So Remora's got a big carry capacity. Let's see. Check the mission, make sure it's only 2. zoom way the hell in to be able to see it. 2. Okay, good. So that's 2. Bye-bye. There's Triton right there. Nope, that's the rig. Triton's lights are off. I need to check on... I was redoing the mast when I stopped last year, was actually working on Triton, so I need to put the lights on the mast. Triton's right over there. Yeah, I like having the manual hatches. It gives me something to do with the crane. Just pick them up, put them in there. Probably if I cycled the button, it might grab it. That's something else. I've used those hatches a lot where you just put it in place and then you cycle on the controller and lock them in place. But this is why the Remora is like, this is what this is designed for, is going out there and just like scooping fast. Pretty much its main job is being fast. It handles waves pretty well too. It's anti-fly systems and stabilities, and it's pretty good for its size. I still have the mast down. I need to put the mast back up. Okay, so Triton just stopped, so it just got to its waypoint. So. Probably should have cut the turn a little bit wider. It's gonna be tough. I might have to back up here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to back up probably. Or close, but not. Yeah, I'm gonna have to finagle it in just a little bit here. I'll just gently tap up a little thrust going forward here. Just to straighten it out. There we go. Alright, go back. So it's actually not too bad to hook on a Triton when we're moving. I just pretty much, again, I need to match speed, and then that coupling is pretty easy to grab onto, so... I can't remember if I put an auto reset on there, so I meant to set it up with an auto reset so that it would, you know, the auto reset will make it so that when I detach, it will give me like 30 seconds and it will be able to grab again, so I don't have to like run up to the front when I'm trying to attach and hook it. So I'm going asymmetrical thrust now, so I can use the thrust to help guide me in without the rudders. It's not bad hooking up when it's moving, because I can kind of, you know, it's actually a little bit easier sometimes because I can easily like just go left, right, instead of like this, it's stationary, so I'm the only thing that's moving, where Triton's moving, and I know it's moving a straight line, so. Right, there we go. Oh, it's close. Let's check the button. Does it reset? I can't remember if it auto resets. I just can't remember. Do you auto reset? I cannot remember. Where's my rope here? Rope. I have a defib on me. I gotta get rid of defib. Okay. Let's go up, up, up. Don't fall in the gap. You suck. Come on, you're almost up there, guy. You can do it. I can't remember if this auto resets. I just want to figure that out for now. Let's see. Do you auto reset? What does the push button say? Push button's off. Okay, so yeah, I think it auto resets so that it will be ready when I get back to grab. Do I have another rope hanging around here? Where the hell are my ropes? There Okay, ropes. Yeah, micro controls up the deck will help. We're close here. I have a little bit of reach left in me. I do. Okay, I wasn't all the way out, so that will help. There we go. I wasn't all the way out. This helps. Alright, let's go grab this sucker. Sync him back up. There we go. Okay. I need to put the light bar down, or else I will crush that on the helipad. Yeah. I mean to go up and in, not down. Okay, good. Yeah, so I did put an auto reset on that, so it will, I think it's like 30 seconds, and then it will let those reconnect, and then they can't connect to each other. The front one can only connect to the front, so this one's deactivated until the front one connects. So that makes sure that they always attach in the right position. I'm gonna leave that rope there for now. Can I get this Johnny up? Where are you at there, Johnny? There we go. Why don't you not follow me, because that's gonna be disaster. Yeah, jump off the side and I'll have to go get you out of the drinky poos. There we go. This is how that system works. These just float, so they automatically just come up. And that, because if you try to set a height on these, they will crush things. And so this, they just auto grab. You know, that's the benefit of them magging to everything. All right, let's get you started, Katie. And where are we going here? We'll go to... Let's go to the close one again. I'll go over here. Alright, green light means go, so let's go. I want to make sure I go back on this, so I put a little bit of back pressure on Katie did, because I'd rather, like you notice, with those things down, the tail is already sitting over. So I can't hit the tail rotor, but I can hit the front prop. So I do a little bit of back pitch. And then as I decouple, I go straight up like that and away. And then we're good. Should have had Triton moving, but it's good. Kind of nice thing is Triton can be on autopilot. You can just kind of have it meet you where you're going. Let's check some chat. I'm glad you think it looks cool there, Tactical Hungarian. Appreciate that. How's it going, Bison? How are you? How are you? Let's see. So we're right up here. Going. Yeah, see, like Katie is going so much faster now that the devs changed. Not a ton, but it could be 20, 30 knots. So they had some drag thing on something fixed. But this is what I like with Triton, you know, like using different craft and purposely, you know, not always using the most efficient thing. This is the Saucelago course right there. That's why that's in game. It's one of the reasons I didn't want to do it at first to put it in, but that's actually not too bad. Sitting right there, so I might leave it in. I don't know. We'll see. If it doesn't affect performance, I'll leave it in. But I needed that to test the big man car out, so that I put in the drink. It's kind of a hairy crack. It's tough. Alright, so we'll go over to the old hospital here. It's up there. That's it right there. See, checking this stuff. Be nice if they make some more of these islands, like be cool if like you could buy any island. Like that'd be kind of cool. I understand they'd have to put in workbenches and stuff like that, but that'd be kind of cool. Cause like some of the what I want is I want to have an island way the hell out here. Like that's what I want. And like right now I can't have it because it's like everything's gotta be close. Not exactly what I like. I do it sometimes. I haven't played any sort of the weapons DLC in a while. I'd like to build a new. I'd like to finish the TU-20. What is it? No, it's a fencer TU-20 SU-24. I'd like to finish the fencer at some point, but I'm not a huge fan of blowing stuff up. It doesn't really interest me. It's kind of like take off, go, and like I beat the hell out of them. It's easy. It doesn't really interest me. I'm much more interested in this type of civilian gameplay. If I can. There we go. Alright, we're going ground idle. Try not to walk into the propeller. We remind ourselves of that every time. These people must also be babysat so they don't walk into something they should not be walking into. That's what I like with Triton. It's a lot more fun to like go out in a boat, go pick people up, go back to Triton, grab a helicopter, go drop them off, then just, you know, kind of standard of like, oh, take a helicopter every single freaking time. It's just so boring to me. Stay there. Hey, stay. Good. Very nice. There. And then, so let me, I have it written down. So Triton's frequency is, the pad frequency is 6785. So if I go in here, and I go 6785, 785, that should give me Triton's coordinates. I'm skeptical though. Yeah, doesn't look right. The heading's probably right. The distance, maybe I might have it shut off where it doesn't read the distance until I get going. We'll have to see. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've done this. So let's do a 245 in there. And then we'll just go up to 500 feet for now. Bingo. So the heading looks... No, the heading doesn't look right. The heading doesn't look right to me either, so... I wonder if I have to turn the antenna on Triton. Nope, that looks right, though. Let's see. Let's go on heading radio. This system works differently than some of my others. Okay, 30. Heading bearing, okay. So this might... I don't know. We'll see if this brings me to Triton or not. No, definitely not. It's not right. I forget how that system works. I have to double check it. I'm just looking at the frequency that's on the let's see, pits. No, I'm just looking at my notes for Triton to try to find the radio frequency, because this should be able to read the radio frequency on Triton and head right to it. But I'll have to check it. Sometimes it gets out of range, but it should be within range of Triton. Triton's over here somewhere. So let's see. What do I want for heading? Maybe, what are we doing now? 247. Let's go. Let's do 270. That definitely doesn't appear to be reading right. Six, 7? No, 6, 7. Can't be 6, 7. Yeah, see, like, it needs a little pit tuning and stuff here. It's misbehaving. So I don't know what's up with, I need to check that. Alright, 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 alright. Stop shaking. There we go. Yeah, tune that pit in. There's the oil platform there. There's Sausalito. And then Triton should be just past. I think I almost saw it for a second there. Right there. Triton's just past the oil rig. You can see right there. Straighten the chat back up. Which drift was that, Global? I don't know if they do or not. Well, there are. I don't know if there are any on the nose, but you have the Airbus, which has twin rotors. This was based off the Transavia airplane, and I kind of converted. I like making my stuff different, you know. So I wanted, you know, and I call it katydid. It looks like a katydid bug. So I kind of wanted. I shaped it. I wanted it to look like the bug, and you know, everybody and their brother. I like to be a contrarian too. So if everybody's doing pusher props on their helicopters, I wanted to do a puller. So be different, but it works well. Katydid has that leaf bug look. You know, that's why it's got its name the way it is. But I'm curious why this pad isn't working. So definitely, you know, our current bearing of the 304 is what it should be. So I have to check the radio and see why. Yeah, that could be it right there. We may have just been. Oh, we are. We're out of range. The Katydid has a tiny antenna. I forgot. Katydid has a very small antenna. So Katydid has to get close to be able to read the pad. But that reads the pad location. So we're right above Triton. I'm just coming down. Why? Am I gaining altitude? What's going on here? Kill a bunch of modes here and throw that on for now. And oh, I haven't killed the prop yet. Let's see. Whoa. I just upset Katydid there for a second. Did too much control stuff and it was, it didn't know how to deal. There we go. We're right over there. I had the prop still on, so I was trying to use my collective with the prop on. It shuts the collective off if the prop's too high. So. Thank you. Appreciate it. Unlikely that I'm going to build any fighters. If I was going to build a fighter, I'd build my own type. But I don't really, I don't know, the whole weapons DLC is like, doesn't really interest me. But just me going like almost Mach 1, bouncing missiles off everything and killing everything in sight, and going back and refueling and doing it again. Alright, so what heading is this going? So what I'll do is set the heading, so we're talking 854 is probably good. So heading hold of 84. And we'll go heading hold, and then I'll just let that do it. This gives me one less thing to worry about. So. And since we're stationary, I already did a landing while it was moving. But I have a video, a short, that if you want to watch, it's me doing it when the waves are really bad. Maybe I'll play it, and it's you know, the system works well even if the waves are really bad. I have to be careful of the prop, so I want to favor the back. The front prop's tough with this, so I want to favor the back side of the pad. There we go. And we're grabbed. And you just twist it with the yaw, and it will grab the, make sure it grabs both of them. I actually don't want to, yeah, we'll go to idle. Good to get the did back, and let's try to. What did happen to you? You fell all the way in the hole, huh? Let's try one more time with this. I'm gonna shut the attach off on that and try to reattach these plates really quick. But you see how close that front prop is to the barricade. The barricades do go down when I come into land, except that one section. So I really have to favor the back of the prop. All the lights come on, but you can't see it during the day, so I can land on this at night fine. Alright, so I want to get right over the hole, like right there. Okay, good. Take some of the stress off of this. There we go, and then start bringing it up. It might not want to go back up because it is designed to not go back up through the hole, so we'll see. But I like the complicated nature of this. Means that I have to be a little bit more skilled to get this plate in. It's a pain, but it's I have to actually do it myself instead of it just automatically doing. I don't want it hinged. I want it like it is. There we go. It's floating now. I need to put alignment indicators on there, so it'll be just little bits of paint that will tell me that this is where it needs to align. I won't worry about that right now. It's just going to be a pain to try to hook that. Yeah, I don't think that... I think Night Owl is way too big to fit anywhere near on this pad. Nor do I want it. I want to use Katie did for this. It's kind of... You know, Night Owl is not intended to be used with this. It's its own thing. Cannot tell if the hard points are connected or not. There we go, grabbed. Okay, good. Oh, we still have that anchor trying to go up. Let's give this a little course here. Let's see where we're at here. Trying to make sure I don't hit anything. So the Sausalito does not show on the map, so I have to be careful I don't hit that. I have to be careful of that. Let's go to the north so we don't know we're not going to hit it. And I'm going to have multi-waypoint on this system. That's why I use this. This person doesn't, I don't think he plays anymore, so it's kind of tough to... They're not going to update this, but there's a lot of Lua involved in this. I integrated the autopilot with the system, so that takes a little bit of work to fix. If I were to fix it. Play for a little bit more and then probably take a break. But, let's see, door. And we'll take off that, and then, like I said, I want to do a little bit of back pressure because it will. I can't afford to hit the front. So there we go, and that's all it takes. And now we're up and off. And then I want to kill that, and then I'll go grab maybe Hummingbird and land Hummingbird, or Cormorant would be kind of cool. I never finished it, but I had a system where I was going to set up a system where I can command Triton to stop, because certain craft I need it to stop. Like, with it moving, I can't land the Cormorant on it. That's that ship that always honks its horn no matter what, that I hate. Ugh, so annoying when it's near your base and it's just honking the horn constantly. That's when I want some sort of war vehicle just to go blow it up. Oh, that's nice, yeah. Have it maintain it. Yeah, it shows the vehicle, and it's like if you look at the map, it's here somewhere, and it encompasses like this whole area. So I was like afraid if I went in here, I was gonna slam it on the side of it. I tend not to have like that mods unless there's like full mod support for the game, because it's just like too tough sometimes. Keep things running right. What is that down there? A helicopter? Go buzz him. I shall buzz you, sir. grab the Hummingbird out, go land on Triton with the Hummingbird, then probably take a break. That's kind of nice, you know, having that as a base ship starts to, like, you know, I want to build a bunch of stuff for it, so that's kind of cool. My mini truck might fit. I have to see what in the garage. Because the garage, like, the entrance to the garage is pretty small, so you can't take huge vehicles, but I can take, like, my little container mover. That was the whole reason for the garage, was I have a little container mover mini truck, and so if I go to Sawyer South, I need to be able to do that, so. Try not to hit my rotors on anything. Walking any blades. The Hummingbird is on the workshop. Whoa, something big slow down there for a second. Go quickly, there we go. There's the tilt wing. So this one needs some tuning as well, it appears. Alright, so I see Triton. Triton's right up off there, you can see in the distance. You get a good silhouette, like it's just a little black dot on the horizon. Just kind of have to know where to look. So good speed off of this. This does like 240 knots. So like this whole point of this vehicle is, you know, of course you lose the functionality that Katyd has with the harnesses. Like I can float, put my ramp in the water to do rescues. But the whole point of this is to be fast. So, you know, it's why would I take this over Katyd? Well, if I want to kind of move a little bit faster. So try to build a little bit of pluses and minuses in each of the crafts so it gives me a reason. The Cormorant, I can land in the water. So that's the thing of the Cormorant. The downside of the Cormorant is I have to stop Triton. And then I use the crane. That first module I had on the crane is to be able to load the Cormorant on the helipad. So pick the seaplane up and out of the water and put it on the back. You see, like, this is a lot faster. This is, you know, 100 knots faster than Katyd is. And then we'll see if the transition works without it getting all screwed up. But I don't have the auto hover on, so. Now we'll go down a little bit on the wings. So the wings, the whole wing tilts. So there's benefits with that. Like, there's a good article I read on that was, you know, if you have a tilt rotor, the problem is the airflow is hitting the top of the wing and it's blocking. So you lose like 30% of your thrust doing that because it's being blocked by the wing. A tilt wing, you use pretty much 100% of your wing. So where is the AP Master right there? Okay. That's just essentially auto hover there. So. And then we'll line up with Triton here. I don't have any sort of camera, so I have to eyeball this. And then I can tip my wing down just a little to match Triton speed, so just do that. And just tip the wing a little bit more. So I'm trying to do, Triton does 19, it's doing like 25 knots now because infinite fuel's on, but it will do like 19 knots, so if you just match the speed, then you pretty much, your relative velocity is nothing. So I'm just like trying to match 25 knots right now, which is what Triton's going, so. So pretty close. I'm within a knot of Triton speed right now, so. And so kind of with this, because I have the nose blocking me, what I want to do is come in and visualize, and I come off the side a little bit, like so. And then I'll move over to the right, and so that will let me use peripheral to kind of land this. So, like this. And then I just kind of, I know the crane is in the center, the mast that I still forgot to put up is in the center. And then the locking lugs are to my right. Did I put a camera on this? I don't think I did. Oops, too far there. And so I'm just watching the mast now. So the mast is kind of is what I'm looking for. And then I'm going to do my forward back by looking at the crane now. So we've got to be close here to it. It's probably close. There we go. See the gates are going down. You can see the lights turning on the pad. They're like reflecting off of the front of Triton, of the big white wall. We're close. We gotta be close here. You can see the lights turn on and off as I get right over the distance sensor. Alright, what are you doing? Where are you? Relation. We gotta be close. Yeah, we're a little bit far back, so I'm just gonna tip this down. And go forward just a little bit here. Whoa, whoa, too much, 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 too much. Go back just a hair. Once it gets to a certain angle, it does more control surface. Where are we at here? Did I get stuck in something? We're close. Close, close, close. Yep, let's, I will re-engage this here. Get right where we need to be. But I can't remember if I put a camera in. I don't think I did. It's a little bit more challenging to land on here than gated it is. I'm going to bring the power down a little bit. I have too much power in here. It makes it a little bit tough to control. A little bit jumpier. I don't have the visibility that gated has with the camera. But that's the challenge. Makes it more fun. Right over the pad now. It's the lights came on and the guards are coming down. Oh, close, 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 close. Now, what's my heading here? My heading is 063. Let's fix that in there. Do a little bit of wingtip forward, try to match the speed. Triton's going right for an island too. So I need to tip the wings up just a hair so I get the speed right around 25. Little bit tipped down there. Try to keep the speed matched up the best I can. Gaining on it a little bit, I think. There we go. I got one of them hooked. I got the wrong. There we go. We're hooked up. Nice. So. That is the Hummingbird landing on Triton. And that's the lock lug release there. I don't know whether you can see What the hell is the door right there? Yeah, I can label the door. But yeah, it's kind of cool to be able to land that on there too. Just read some chat. Yeah, I have the add-on with the timer as well. Haha, a little bit of filming there while you're doing your thing. Oh, nice. Yeah, I got to work on mine a little bit, handling wise. You know, I never care to really win these challenges either. I just want to kind of make something and something that is the way I want it. Like, you know, I could probably make it handle better if I did a little bit more active aero, but I'm just like, I really don't want to. I kind of want to make it something that I want to use myself too. So I got to do some tuning on it, some playing with it. Some of the things that were working fine when I was testing on the airport aren't working great. So like the brakes are working pretty nicely now. So, but a little bit of work on that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stop Triton, and then I'm going to save. And I'll do these live career series, you know, these live career games, and this will be our basis. So we'll kind of start here, and that will, you know, if I want to do some live stuff, we'll do that. So let's go ahead and I'll save this up. So it is live build series. All right, and thank you guys for watching. I think we'll take a break, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.